everybody, this is Jim from Decades Reclaimed Vintage Depot, and this is Talking Vintage. We're doing our show backwards today. So I want to appreciate everybody watching the show. I'm Jim, that's Warren, thank you very much. Check us out on YouTube at Decades Reclaimed Vintage, no, just Decades Reclaimed on YouTube. And check out Facebook for the events that Decades has going on. There you go.
We got what?
Joke.
I'm gonna do
Joke, yep. If you cry, if you cry when you cut an onion, here's a tip. Don't get emotionally attached.
All right.
What do you call somebody who can sew really fast?
Beats me.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's that. Okay, fine.
Okay. Remember, we're going backwards, so we're going to do our vendor corner now. And we're going to discuss eBay versus a booth. eBay versus booth. Everything is the same up until you find it and buy it. Once you found it and buy it, purchase it or whatever to resell, that's where things get different. You have to price it, tag it. If you have a booth, price it, tag it, and it's off to the booth. Okay, on eBay, you have to price it, list it, store it. Then if it sells, you have to pack it, and it's off to the post office.
Right.
Okay? Yeah.
More
Typically 12 to 18% to a shop along with your rent, and 12 to 20% to eBay and the portion of your house that you have to store it in and the cost to pack it and everything. There's a difference in time. You have to tend to your booth, which may or may not make it longer, but you have to tend to your listings as well. So it isn't like you get to put it in the booth and just leave it alone. You have to come in, you have to rearrange, you have to change it. But you do have to do that if you're listed on eBay. You have to tend to your listings. You might have to change them, change the pricings on them to get things to sell. The biggest difference is the learning curve. The learning curve is simple for a booth compared to that of eBay. You come in, you put it in a booth, you kind of play around with the pricing or whatever. eBay, there's just so many different things that you have to learn on there. What if you get a return? What if the person says it's not what it is and then it comes back and then you're losing money, and then where does that money go and how often do you get it and things like that. The learning curve on eBay, I would just think, is far greater than that in a booth. Okay? Now, which one is better? I don't know. I think if you could master eBay, because we have a vendor here that works with us, and she's a master of eBay. I think if you could master eBay, then they're comparable. But if you ask her, sometimes she can make more money in her booth than she can on eBay. So, you know, it's up to you what you want to do with it. But yeah, they're definitely different, and I don't think eBay's for the faint of heart, really.
I think the biggest difference in eBay and the shop, eBay reaches hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sell.
Well, no.
And you have a lot more competition.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so you got to think of that. Okay, what's not trending, because we're going backwards, what's not trending is high price stuff. Yeah, it's got to be, right now, for some reason, if it's high price, it ain't selling. It's got to be, it's got to be priced well. Yes, and priced well. And good example is that when we have the vendor of the weeks and they have a sale, you know what I mean? Their sales tick up. And it's just, you know, people are looking for a bargain right now. So what is not trending is high price stuff. What is trending are albums. I know he's going to say they're not. But albums are trending. Old books, mushrooms and strawberries. Boho.
Who?
Boho.
What is a boho?
Boho is kind of the hippie time frame, the 60s and 70s, things with flowers on a boho, bohemian. Okay? Christmas decor. I found that very, very interesting that Christmas is trending right now, because we don't have any out.
Like you said, though, is the time to buy it.
What people are saying is people who collect Christmas collect it year round. This is their time to get it so that they have it for Christmas. So yeah, Christmas. Yeah, who would have known?
Okay.
All right, moving backwards now. We're going to do our vendor corner. This is the time where we talk about stuff for people who are vendors in a shop or a mall. Did I already do that? I did that already. I went forward again. Gosh, we're never going to do a show backwards again. Never.
He's flipping
Never.
pages
Yeah,
every
I'm
which
trying to
way.
figure out which way I'm going. Yeah, we're going backwards, so we're going to play What's in a Box. What's in the box? This is where I give Warren clues. He has to guess what is in the box. Most are small and could fit in a small box, but older, parlor, you know, you sit, fancy place you
Oh,
sit.
parlor.
Parlor ones could be a handful of heavy. Okay? Even though they did not match what they replaced, the first one is said to have been made in 1823. With the invention of Carl von somebody in 1903, not of Flint, Michigan, made the modern one possible. If you zip right to 1932, you'll find
The zipper.
the beginning, or the zipper. The most popular one began to be made in 1932. In the 1950s, fuel source was changed from a liquid to a liquid that turns to a gas, because less odor and a longer burn. You know it now?
No.
Lighters.
Later,
Yeah.
I
I was giving you hints
You
all
did,
over the
you
place.
zip.
Not of Flint, Michigan.
And then you said it zipped right along.
Zip right along.
I got the wrong- I got the- oh,
Zippo.
Zippo.
Okay.
Oh.
Today is June the 8th. It's National Eyewear Day. There we go. It's National Yo-Yo Day.
Uh-oh.
There you go. And it's National Drive-In Movie Day.
Ooh.
And so
Those
you
are
guys go
fun.
to the drive-in movies tonight.
Okay.
Birthdays. Sandra Bernhardt, she's a comedian.
Uh-huh.
Colin Quinn, he's a comedian. And Uncle Cracker. He has a funny name.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, is he a singer?
He's a singer,
Okay,
yep.
okay.
Yep, he's a singer.
Oh, wow.
Hey, we want to welcome everybody to the show. I'm Jim, that's Warren. You are watching Talking Vintage, brought to you
Wow.
by Decades Acclaimed Vintage Depot, located at 502 West Brendan Road, Lakeland, Florida, 33813.